Today we're going to be checking out Korelax pen grips made by a professional Osu player. At least top 1,000 in the world, was accused of cheating, wrote like a 12-page thesis on how to improve, then quit Osu, got a life, got a degree in engineering, got a job in engineering, quit his job to form this company, Korelax, a shop for pen grips, which is pretty dope. He says that the most popular one is the Aero, and there are like two different thicknesses to them. There's like the thin and the thick version. These are pen grips made out of like silicone or some shit. Also, I am not being paid to shill this product. I just love supporting Osu businesses, all right?
With that being said, there is a sponsor for this video, and that sponsor is Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium is a brand new 3D strategy RPG available now on PC, iOS, and Android. As the official sequel to the Girls Frontline mobile game, you play as the commander to lead tactical dolls through contaminated zones, battling enemies, and overcoming obstacles through your missions. With stunning anime visuals, deep customization, and a rich story to explore, there's plenty to love about this game. The brand new Aphelion event is here, and is packed with brand new content including new dolls and outfits that you can check out in the refitting room and dormitory. Meet Klukai, a Sentinel class doll, now available in the limited time event banner. She's got a new elite weapon, Skyla, and a free Speedstar outfit that you can claim just by completing in-game tasks. She also has a discounted outfit along with Peridia and Macchiato for limited time as well. Klukai also has an exclusive filter launching on TikTok, and if you use it, you get to hop on her motorbike and earn exclusive rewards. Plus, new game modes like Boundary Push and Assault Simulation, where you can obtain generous in-game rewards, including a ton of resources to help you obtain new dolls, enhance your team, and push further along your journey. Participate in the limited time event to claim up to 30 targeted access permissions and 10 access permissions for free. Download Girls Frontline 2 Exilium by scanning this QR code or by clicking my link at the top of the description.
The packaging is very scuffed, but you know what? All Osu players are kind of scuffed. Let's be real. Plastic bag. Chat, look at this. They're like flimsy and shit. We have a bunch of different pen grips here. All right. Wait, that's my actual pen. How did it get here? Okay, so these are the Korelax pen grips, all right? They work with pretty much any Wacom tablet. They have like a full list of like compatibility stuff that they do. They go above and beyond to create these extra little things. So if like you specifically grip it like this can help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's actually dope. They have different styles and different thicknesses. Never seen anything like this in the Osu community. Look at this little ridge. For me, when I hold my pen, it's something like this. This allows my thumb to like slowly move inward, and then I lose my grip. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. So this is my old pen, okay? As you can see, it's perfectly fine until you get to the point where my thumb and my index finger grip onto it. And then you see that it is absolutely obliterated. This is literally just after a couple months of using it, by the way. Made out some type of silicone, which is very nice. It is not absorbent. It is like literally plastic. I'm concerned that there might be like sweat buildup, and that might cause the pen to become more slippery. But I wanted to pick up one of each of these grips so I could figure out which one is best for me. They did have like a sort of general recommendation. They said that like the most popular one was something called like the Aero. They have different thicknesses for each of them too. Korelax Aero Thick, made in Australia. This is the never mind. They don't have any sort of printing on it. Oh wait, just kidding. Jump scare. Korelax Clutch, right-handed, made in Australia. Korelax Clutch, no tail. I guess we go ahead and try this out, shall we? I think the biggest thing that I want to do is compare things to this pen grip. So these are the Clutch, all right, short and long. This is the Aero, which is apparently the most popular one. And then this is the Ridge. He literally like buys the silicone, pours it into his own like molds. He does it each one by himself. Pen grips today have literally just been this. We've been using tennis grip tape, all right? And tennis grip tape gets old, it wears down, it gets disgusting. Most people don't even know how to put them on properly. Korelax Clutch grips. One with the tail, which is this part, and one without the tail. The Clutch is a wrap-based grip with parallel sleeve coverage for the nose of a pen, letting you adjust the position of your grip if you hold your pen higher. Interesting. All right, we'll start with no tail. how to attach.
And the buttons of your pen.
The pen buttons are facing the slit. Push it in. Pull. The pen has passed through. That was easy as fuck. Chat, if you hold your pen like this, incredible. Most people use a 3-finger grip. I use 4. And this is how people will write. I have brain damage. So instead of resting on the middle finger, it rests on my ring finger. It does add like quite a bit of heft. This is like significantly heavier. A vertical calligrapher's grip will benefit from this. However, notice my middle finger. My middle finger occasionally like hits the bottom of the tablet, which might add extra friction. This one has this very interesting tail thing that you can rest your middle finger on, assuming you're using the calligrapher's grip. My concern is, what if the silicone part touches the tablet? Oh, wait a second. There are some points where it does make contact. Pull it up? Wait a second. Interesting. By pulling the grip up, it now makes it so there is less contact. You do have to hold your grip a bit higher, but it does work. Yeah, this works out. I don't imagine this sliding down at all. It feels very sticky in place. I feel like this one is actually pretty sick. When I hold my pen, it's like this. So like my ring finger is kind of outward. So this is definitely not a grip for me, because this one requires you to kind of have all your fingers at like the same level. So I feel like the clutch is not going to work for me. But if you have a pen, if your pen grip is something where you are using the calligrapher's grip, holding at the edge of your pencil or pen, I feel like this would work out pretty well. It also depends on your tablet area. Hold on, I might be able to play Osu with the no tail version if I pull it up super high. Yo! Yo! Okay, so like my ring finger is not used to this surface being so slippery. This does feel really nice. Actually having something to pinch here with my pen grip, because usually there's nothing there. Usually when I play, it's like this, and I just have to hope that my thumb doesn't slide down. If my thumb slides down, I instantly lose my grip, because my thumb is like the only thing that's supporting the bottom of my pen. This instantly makes it feel so much more secure. I don't know. Kind of a weird one. It does also kind of like, having me hold it that much higher, I would probably have to like chop this part off, because this adds some extra length. Add some grip tape below it. Listen, if I'm spending $20 on a pen grip, I shouldn't have to add all of these extra modifications. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to do it stock. We're trying to do it stock. I think this is something I could try playing with. Whoa. Okay, so immediately, the first thing that stands out to me is the weight. It's likely because I have it so much higher. This extra chonkiness to the pen is immediately like kind of throwing me off. Cut it off? Hell no. What the heck? My pen weighs 12.3. The grip itself is 18 grams, not even counting the pen. 21.3 grams. However, keep in mind, this is likely for a player who's going to be dragging, that's using more of a vertical grip. Okay, such an interesting feeling being able to like pinch something. I do feel this like sort of slipperiness with my my ring finger. I feel like that's just a skill issue, but overall I feel like this shows the potential that it could be really cool and really useful for me. Like, this part is not slipping out of my hand, obviously. The pen grip part is not slipping out of my hand, but like for this specific grip, I don't think this is the one for me. If this was in the middle of the grip instead of the bottom, I feel like it would be a much better fit. For now, I think we can call this one a done dealio. Up next, we have Ridge C that we're trying out. Classic thin version of the Ridge. And then they said to bring it about halfway. The thin one, it does feel slightly heavier than my existing pen grip. Yeah, weight is relatively bad, especially for people who hover. It's just more weight that you'll have to be like lifting off the pen, right? Ignore the crust on the scale, okay? 19.4 grams. It's quite a bit. You can definitely feel it. As you can see, I can't use this grip. Let me try using my normal grip, shall we? Something that I'm noticing with the weight. What was it? Newton's third law of motion or some shit? An object in motion will stay in motion unless like an equal or opposite force stops it or some shit. The second law, the law of inertia. But like, I can feel the extra force needed to push my pen. And I can feel the extra force needed to stop my pen. I wonder if I could do something similar where I like pull the grip up. Immediately, this thing is kind of... it's whatever. It's whatever. I just want to see if this feels good. Like a bit of like a bevel right here, right? So it does kind of work to prevent my thumb from slipping downward. Something feels off. Like, because I have it lifted up, it doesn't have that like good of a contact against the pen, right? So I can kind of move it back and forth like this. And I feel like that's like fucking up my confidence in the grip. I feel like in general, I feel like this specific grip isn't meant for me. The Ridge Classic Thick. Let's see how big this thing is again. What was it? Like 20 grams? 17.7 grams. They're relatively easy to put on though. This compared to like rolling around a piece of grip tape. Oh yeah, for sure. That is a chonker. Oh my God. 26.9 grams. This thing is a hefty boy. For sure. I just want to try using this. Okay. I'm not going to bother using this bar thing. Feels so much more loose than it should be. Oh, when I pull on this thing, it lifts that up. That's probably why it feels so loose. All right, here we go. I'm just trying to hold my pen and it's making my hand cramp. Maybe if you have like big chunky hands, then like this might be better suited for you. I personally cannot recommend. We're now going to try out these. Ridge E, thin and thick. All this is a bar that goes up higher. Ridge E thin. 12.1 grams. So unfortunately, the extended grip is still a little bit too short for my pen grip because I hold it in the middle. I can try holding it a bit closer, but again, that like, I don't know why, but it just fucks me up, dude. I have to hold it somewhere in the middle. So I'm not even sure if this is worth like even trying out. Chat, should we just get straight to the Aero? Fuck it. Out of all the grips, this probably is the one that I can pull up a little bit higher and still have coverage. Hold up. Yo! It's like, oh, wait a second. Am I dumb? No, I'm not. Wait, the grip? Okay. Chat, do you guys see this? It's not only longer, but it's thicker as well. This part is thinner than this. Oh. Well, only one way to try out. You know, it doesn't actually feel that bad. I actually feel like if I were to chop off the end of this would actually be kind of good. All I need is some sort of like grip in the middle with some grip at the bottom as well. I am starting to feel a bit annoyed by this like flap at the bottom because again, my ring finger rests at the bottom here. I could probably like use like tape or something to like make it so this doesn't move because that's been like irritating me a bit. But if I literally just cut off everything past this, it would probably keep my pen relatively lightweight and just give me all the grip that I necessarily need. This might have potential. I will say I am feeling a bit of like awkwardness because like thumb like does all this like weird shit, right? And like in moments like this, I can feel the pen grip lifting off of the pen. I guess I'm gonna have to do some extra mods, like either put some double-sided tape to like close this flap. This right now is the closest option that we have towards like, you know, something that I might actually employ. I do feel like this material is superior. I mean, the one thing that we haven't tried so far is the long-term effects of like using this pen, because my hands will get sweaty. Since this is silicone, there's no way that this absorbs the sweat. What I have with this grip tape, it absorbs the sweat. It sounds disgusting, but like, I prefer that, you know? I'd rather have a crusty, smelly pen than my hands slipping off of my tablet. You know what I'm saying? These two right here. These don't have any of those handlebars at all. And they come with a thick version and a thin version. Based off of previous testing, we can immediately just get rid of the thick version. And so now we have the Korelax Aero thin. And then this is 9. It does feel relatively, or at least slightly thicker, even though this is the thin version. Is this softer than grip tape? For sure, there's more depth. Whereas this, it's kind of just like a surface. It's really hard. Ooh. This does feel very similar to my old grip. I do notice the difference in texture. The weight, not so much actually. It kind of like disappears. All right, this is not working out. I think the main issue that I'm having here are just these slits. Sometimes when I'm playing, like, it reduces confidence in like my consistency because the slits will give way. And even when I'm like holding it like this, I can feel the slit like moving from my thumb. My current grip is better only because I'm used to it. I feel like it's going to take me a very long time to get used to this. Now the question is the trade-off worth it? Because I feel like a grip like this would last longer. I wouldn't have to change the grip as often. So unfortunately, I think the thick grips are just GG. Can't recommend anyone to actually use those. That's just absurd. Thicker hands can come chime in. So that leaves the following. Clutch here, clutch with tail, Ridge, extra, classic, Aero, thin. If I were to go with a solution, it would probably be... I feel like it has to be this, yeah? Actually, no. That would still have the problem with the Ridge. Fuck, man. This little slit thing would still, like, move around every time I, like try to move it. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't think these are for me, man. I think if I were to use one of these grips, I would have to heavily mod them. And I find that unfortunate. These are like so close to the perfect grips. For a lot of these grips, they will work for a lot of people who are not me. I just have a very particular type of brain damage where I hold the pen in the middle instead of at the tip. For a lot of top players, I see them holding it at the tip. But I think the stock experience for these grips are just not for me. I do really like this idea, though. I really like this fucking idea. I love this idea, dude. If I can get this and, like, this together, holy fuck, dude. I think that would be perfect. I just gotta figure something out.